So you have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social
No, he
media
did it. He
talking
did
about
it. He
it.
did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before.
Oh, you've been saying it for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture, if you don't hear saying anything, is because they participated. So,
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky. All of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s, and Keefy D said they paid him to kill Tupac.
I've been to at least 2 T.I freak off parties, and we left because it was too freaking off. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want to be around anymore. Around silk pajamas and shit. Like, cause see, our crew was different. Our crew was like, our crew wasn't soft. We ain't had no sucker ass, punk ass. Our crew, we had real gang members. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't with none of that gay.
Mind beefing with anybody. He doesn't mind beefing with anybody. He likes that. He loves it inside. I think he wants the attention from it. He understands what that brings. The best thing to do is to ignore him. If you ignore him, then it's over with. Because he really is doing it.
You've got something major in the works, a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever name he's going by now. And let's be real, you've been loud about this for a long time, way before the public even started connecting the dots. You were out there saying, asterisk, he did it. Back then, people brushed it off, wondering why you were so vocal, but now, everything's starting to surface like wildfire. The crazy part, you didn't even attend those infamous parties. And that says a lot. Most of the celebrity world has stayed silent, and it's probably because many of them were involved to some extent. As for you, you stayed clear, not because you didn't know what was going on, but because that kind of wild, freaky scene just wasn't your vibe. You've always kept it real, more grounded, maybe even normal by comparison. And now, as everything unravels, your words are finally hitting differently.
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner thieves. NT to Z.
Some things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, something fabulous, and he goes, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What are you talking about? When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Tell you one of the most funniest stories.
Yeah.
This is when P. Diddy could have signed 50.
Wow.
We in the office. It's me and 50. But 50, I don't think he going in there with the intentions to sign with Diddy.
Right.
He just went in there just seeing whatever deals he can get.
Right.
Some deals.
His power.
Yeah, we in a minivan, no AC, hammers. He turning out millions of dollars. I'm like, why? I'm like, take the money. So he seen Diddy. I know he wasn't going to sign to Diddy, but he took the meeting. And I never forgot P. Diddy said, yo, rappers got the 3 B's. Bank accounts, Bentleys, your target. So I took that, like, so I'm in the meeting.
Oh, he's
telling 50, like, yo, I can't sign you. You know, you got beef with Preem and all that. A lot of in the street, a lot of in the industry don't want to deal with the Preem beef. Just understand.
Their feud stretches back nearly 2 decades, marked by layers of competition, distrust, and sharp public jabs. In 2006, 50 Cent released a diss track titled The Bomb, which many interpreted as accusing Diddy of involvement in the 1997 murder of the notorious B.I.G., an accusation Diddy has consistently denied. Tensions between the two only intensified over the years, fueled further by business rivalries, including both promoting competing vodka brands. The drama simmered until 2024, when things exploded. Diddy's home was raided by the Department of Homeland Security in March as part of a sweeping investigation tied to multiple lawsuits accusing him of trafficking men and women, allegations he has publicly denied. With years of bad blood behind them and a storm of controversy now surrounding Diddy, the long-standing feud between these two hip-hop heavyweights has taken on an entirely new intensity.
Have you had a discussion where you know how his mom feels? Does his mom feel that Diddy was involved?
I know how his mom feels, and I'm not at liberty to speak on the way she feels.
Has she ever expressed it or no? Has she ever expressed what
She knows the truth.
of what happened?
She knows the truth. If you watch any and everything they ever did, she's on one side, he's on the other side. Big mother.
Oh, right.
They never
Agreed.
together.
Got it.
You
So
understand?
she was never supportive of him. She
was
never
never
liked him.
supportive.
Never trusted.
Never.
To make a long story short, John Combs and Notorious Big Christopher Wallace had a publishing deal together. With that publishing deal, Notorious B.I.G. is to write songs and Diddy gets a portion of the money. What Biggie did, which was wrong, is he went and wrote all the stuff for Little Kim and Junior Mafia and lied to Diddy. He told them that they wrote their own stuff. The day before Biggie died, Gene Deal tells the story of how he was smoking weed with Biggie and he was security. He was not supposed to be smoking. Biggie told Diddy that we need more security because Gene was high. So Gene in return tells Diddy, hey, Biggie, he wrote all the Little Kim stuff, Junior Mafia. Diddy jumps in Biggie's face. Say it, you wrote it, say it. And the Big is like, oh man, come on, Diddy, right? The next day, Biggie was dead.
While Diddy has always denied any involvement, the accusations planted a seed of public doubt, and 50 Cent never stopped watering it. Over the years, he kept poking at that suspicion, whether by mocking Diddy's infamous parties, questioning his public persona, or taking jabs at their rivalry through competing vodka brands. Every move seemed calculated to keep the pressure on, and the tension between them only grew louder with time.
So when we don't get a chance to, to kick it, like we can just hang out. We gotta go to So we gotta kick it and shit. And he's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping? Like I paid for it. And I was like, I got for you, but I was like, See the weird. I'm trying to tell you the truth. The truth, sometimes it hurts. It hurts people and they don't want to hear that shit. I'm trying to tell you. Me shopping. And I want to take you shopping. I want to take you shopping. Because when you walk around looking so much, I want to feel like, God damn it, that mother. That's what I want to do. That's what I want. You want to take me shopping. What's the matter with you?
To some, it may have looked like just another rap beef, but for 50 Cent, it was never about theatrics. He made it clear that his distance wasn't about clout. It was a conscious decision to separate himself from a lifestyle he never trusted.
There's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement. The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was that statement is something from, you can tell it's written by a lawyer, because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says you're gonna find out like how I'll handle it.
In recent interviews, 50 Cent has reflected on how his past criticism may have seemed extreme or over the top at the time, but now, with Diddy's arrest making headlines, those warnings are starting to look less like trolling and more like foresight.
You can now see how that arrest went down. This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest the guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
Diddy's arrest in September sent shockwaves through the industry. The The mogul, once celebrated for his flashy parties and powerful business ventures, now finds himself at the center of a legal storm, facing charges that have left both fans and insiders stunned. Asterisk.
Was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-off parties. His name is Courtney Burgess, and he says a friend gave him 11 flash drives that belonged to the late Kim Porter. And if you follow this story, you'll know that Kim Porter is Diddy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of 4 of his kids. On those drives, the witness says 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy freak-offs or parties, and that 6 were males, 2 were females. The drive also included a manuscript of an alleged Kim Porter memoir, a memoir that her 4 kids insist is fake. Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today, and after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited in how much detail he could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not. Many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage.
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appeared
they
to be.
were. Right.
Sure.
Appeared.
Let me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
But perhaps even more shocking than the allegations themselves is the deafening silence. Diddy's inner circle includes some of the biggest names in entertainment, yet since his arrest, not a single high-profile celebrity has stepped forward to defend him, according to public relations expert Eric Schiffer. That silence isn't coincidence, it's fear. Many of Diddy's associates are reportedly terrified of being dragged into his legal chaos. Unlike other major Hollywood scandals, where peers rush to show support or take a stance, the response to Diddy's downfall has been quiet, calculated, and distant. This isn't just about public image, it's about self-preservation, and that raises one major question: what are these celebrities so afraid might come out?
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right, good.
Real.
Good.
Your shoes, your feet are going to have blisters.
Public information, yeah, but who's the person that's number 1 on that information list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
Yeah,
right?
without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you.
Pat Williams was correct again.
It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
If everything was true, all I got to do is repent.
Oprah coming next.
While others stayed silent, 50 Cent kept speaking out. He took to social media, interviews, and even live performances to highlight what he believed had been happening behind the scenes for years. Now, with Diddy behind bars, 50 has doubled down, this time with a documentary reportedly in the works, aiming to chronicle the allegations and expose what he claims are deeper, hidden truths within the industry. This isn't just a victory lap for 50 Cent, it's a bold statement.
One person who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you got to say no to Diddy. If there's new booty in the building, you know he's going to get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the, but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. You're still seeing a major effort to protect the big names, just like with Jeffrey Epstein.
I mean, like, who knows how many victims? You know, there are lots of allegations. I have no doubt that lots of the allegations are true. And as Candace said, I have no doubt that lots of people have known for a long time. And there are lots of reasons why people didn't come forward. Some of it is good old-fashioned, you know, Hollywood culture, which is people are getting exploited, people are getting hurt, people are getting harmed. But as long as it's the old boys network, we don't care. And Diddy became one of the old boys network. The old boys network isn't just old white men. It also includes powerful, rich black men. Not in the same way, but certainly people like Diddy are in that mix. I don't disagree with that. I'm very uncomfortable throwing LeBron James's name out there as someone who knew something or has some...
Well, no, I think, well, to be fair, yeah, but on that, I feel like Candace was quite careful how she worded that. She didn't say that he knew. She just said he's been deafening by his silence, which he has. He's been very vocal about a lot of other issues involving the black community in America. Why is he so silent?
This is one of the wildest things to me about Diddy, right? Is that he made an enemy a long time ago in a man named 50 Cent. No, I don't think anybody felt, more vindicated that was on the outer edges of Diddy's sphere than 50 Cent. 50 Cent had hated that dude for years. And look, 50 Cent isn't the one. Don't mess with 50 Cent because not only is he funny, which is already dangerous, he's so funny that you can tell he a natural bully.
50 Cent wants to make one thing clear. He's always kept his distance from the kind of culture Diddy represented, and he's proud of it. But as he continues to speak out, the pressure is starting to spread, and one of the names now feeling the heat is T.I. The two have a long history, crossing paths at industry events and private gatherings, sharing what seemed like mutual respect. However, beneath the surface, there were subtle signs of tension, cracks in the facade that are now starting to show.
No, you know what I'm saying? I would tolerate no disrespect, none. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too solid, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't fake this long, partner. Man, I'm talking about for real, man. I'm tried and true, man. Thoroughbred, partner. And I don't abide by no You know what I'm saying? They say, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that, though, but I ain't about to say that. But I ain't about to say on yeah, you and Diddy. You and Diddy what?
So you know?
Man, you everywhere outside, everywhere.
Spike that. I don't we walk in.
You walk in that. I was interning for him, so we set the up. You walk in that, we had queen size beds in the back, twin size beds in the front. And it was just built like sections. So whatever you want. Both of them sections. They was section in the section.
So, swear on mama.
One notable example traces back to a tense moment at Club Compound in Atlanta, where Diddy got into a heated argument with a fan over vodka brands, Grey Goose versus CROC. The situation escalated quickly, but T.I. stepped in to defuse the conflict, urging both sides to stand down and walk away. It was a glimpse into the kind of unpredictable energy that often surrounded Diddy and the careful balancing act others had to maintain around him.
I don't want so far. I'm about to rock for the children. We never see I can walk for you. Going on,
The next morning, T.I took to the radio to explain that stepping in wasn't about disrespect, it was an act of brotherhood. But behind closed doors, that moment reportedly marked a turning point. Some insiders say Diddy felt publicly checked, while others believe he saw it as a warning sign that Tip's loyalty wasn't as solid as it seemed. And in Diddy's world, loyalty was everything. Now, with his downfall shaking the foundation of hip-hop and Hollywood, the ripple effects are hard to ignore. Managers are quietly scrubbing past affiliations, artists are dodging interviews, and all eyes are locked on one man, 50 Cent, waiting to see what move he makes next. Asterisk.
The new baby oil.
Rams, you ain't got nothing on it.
We got the new baby oil, bro.
Hey, baby oil. You ran through 8,000 jars of them in prison.
Well, man, you ashy Larry.
Okay, relax.
Man,
Still got everybody looking. You pressing people.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? Like, I'm calling you and answering.
Yeah, that was a little.
That was weird, yo. That was weird. They did not run through.
Still was pressing them like, why you not answering your phone like, yo?
who wasn't answered for a reason?
People complain.
The upcoming documentary could finally pull back the curtain on a side of the industry the public has only whispered about. At the center of the storm are three men each carrying fame, influence, and a trail of controversy. Diddy, once seen as an untouchable force in music, now sits behind bars, reportedly seething at the silence of the friends who once surrounded him but have since vanished.
What do you think the age demographic is for most of your concerts now?
My age demographic is broader than you.
Yeah.
Because people, I said my core audience is older. But the people heard it around, the parents is playing it and the kids hear it and they understand it and they know it. And I've been able to diversify the sustain being cool. But if you think about it, when this last concert, that's why I told my, I did all of these shows and it was different this time. But this time when I went off to go do the tour, when I saw like a really hot chick, I was like, where's your mother? Because they're babies now, they're out there and babies. So it's like, I'm enjoying, I'm still rocking. I'm blessed to be able to still go out and do that. Like, the television business said they was on strike, so I said I'm on tour. It was that simple. There was no album that I released ahead of that. It was just me deciding to go do that.
And your age demographic, probably, when you say older, you're probably saying like late 30s.
Yes, my audience is rich. My audience is rich. They're already,
yeah.
See, if you were in college in 2003 at this point, in success, the drink that you had in the nightclub, or that you had in the sports bar while you was out just entertaining yourself, the drink in success becomes a wine cellar that you have in the house to have to drink a wine while you're having dinner. It turns into a different, a more mature way of doing it. But it's just how we do things at different stages in our lives.
50 Cent, once criticized for being overly aggressive and confrontational, now appears less like a provocateur and more like a prophet who saw the writing on the wall long before anyone else did.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day?
I'm just not with all that flippy shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
And T.I, caught in the crossfire, is now struggling to stay afloat as pieces of the past keep resurfacing. The silence, the fear, the shifting alliances, it all hints at something far deeper than just personal drama. Is 50 Cent finally exposing the truth the industry's been too afraid to confront? Did T.I play it safe, or did he trade loyalty for self-preservation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time fam, keep it real.